Hello there, I am Tugustu Zarion. This is my channel. Motivate and support me by subscribing my channel. I'll continue today's lesson, which is to 6 satellite networks. When you say satellite network, it is a combination of nodes, some of which are satellites that provide communication from one point on the Earth to another point. In a satellite network, there are variety of devices are participate, but mostly what the goal or objective of establishing a network is to provide a message or information from one point to the other point, mostly upward or downward. But to have this, we must have a nodes. It says it is a combination of nodes, some of which are satellites that provide communication from one point on Earth to another point. A node in a network can be satellite. What's a network? It's a combination of nodes, it says. When you say a node, it can be a satellite, it can be an Earth station, it can be end user terminal or telephone. The fundamental components of satellite systems. Like other systems, here also under a satellite system there are components. What are these components? Earth stations, uplink, downlink and transponder are working together. If one of the elements misses, it's not possible to have a communication in a satellite system. In a satellite system, we must have necessarily the earth stations, uplink, downlink and transponder. Satellites communicate with antennas on Earth by using radio waves. Satellites communicate with antennas on Earth by using radio waves. How they can communicate each other? Satellites communicate with antennas. They should send one acts as a sender, the other acts as a receiver in a satellite also, like that of a network. In a satellite communication, one antenna communicate with another by using radio waves. The type of wave is radio wave. Here is a figure shows the component of satellite network. Here are the components of satellite system. Like other systems, satellite system have also components. What are the components? Earth station. There is a transponder. On the orbit there is a transponder. On the Earth there is an Earth station. Either an uplink means it uploads a message from Earth station to the transponder upward, or downloads a message from the transponder to Earth station. It sends downward from the transponder and to the Earth station. When a message or an information is sent from transponder to Earth station, we say it is a downlink. When from Earth station to the transponder upward, we say it uplink. Here are the components of satellite system. Every satellite system must have Earth station, downlink, uplink and transponder. Satellite networks are like cellular networks in that they divide the planet into cells. The same as that of cellular networks, how can they exchange? They should divide the planet into cells. Satellites can provide transmission capability to and from any location on Earth, no matter how remote they are. Whether they are at nearby or at a distance, the satellites can communicate each other. One acts as a sender, the other acts as a receiver. Therefore, it's possible to exchange message between one station to the other. This advantage make high quality communication available to undeveloped parts of the world without requiring huge investment in ground-based infrastructure. This technology also it becomes advantage or helpful for the developing country also, because it's possible to use these devices under the satellite system. There are components, earth station, transponder. It's possible to use. It's not much as expensive. That it gives a chance to use also in a developing countries to use this technology. Orbits of satellite, an artificially satellite needs to have an orbit. When you come to here, an orbit, what's an orbit? It is the place where that places the satellite. How we place a satellite? The satellite is placed on the orbit. That it helps to it can communicate with Earth station, either uplink or downlink. But mostly the satellite is placed on the orbit. An artificial satellite needs to have an orbit. Should have an orbit. A place to place this satellite is the path in which it travels around Earth. The orbit can be equatorial based on the shape when it uses or mostly when the satellite is placed on the equator. It has such shape that equatorial orbit satellite, and when we place like in this inclined shape, we say the inclined orbit satellite. And the third one is when we place like this from vertical downward to from north to south, we say polar orbit satellite. Satellite orbits, categories of satellites. Based on the location of the orbit, satellites can be divided into three categories. We have three categories of satellites based on the location of the orbit they placed. Whether they are placed the satellite placed on low Earth orbit, I mean at the low level, we say low Earth orbit. When it is on the medium or it's of a distance, if it is a distance covers from 5,000 meter to 15 kilometer, if it is found in this kilometer at far distance from the Earth to up to the sky, we say it is a medium Earth orbit. And in case of when we place a satellite in about 35,786 kilometers, we say it's Earth orbit. Based on the location of the orbit, satellites can be divided into three categories. We say geostationary Earth orbit when it placed at far off or at 35 kilometers, around 35,786 kilometers, we say it's geostationary. When we place between 5,000 and 50,000 kilometers, we say it's medium Earth orbit. And when we place below the altitude of 2000, we say low Earth orbit. The medium Earth orbit satellites are located at altitude between 5,000 and 50,000 kilometers. In case of geostationary Earth orbit, it is located at 35,786 kilometers, and the low Earth stationary Earth orbit, it is placed on to around 2,000 kilometers. Here is satellite types and their orbit altitudes. When the satellite is placed at 2,000 kilometers above the Earth, in the orbit of 2,000 kilometers, we say it low Earth orbit. When it is placed between 55,000 and 50,000, we say it medium. And if it is about when we place the satellite in 35,786 on the orbit, we say geostationary orbit. There is a belt that is found between the medium Earth orbit. The upper Van belt, it is found at the lower and upper of the medium Earth orbit. What's the Van belt? It is the charged particles on the orbit. It contains charged particles. One reason for having different orbits in the existence of two Van belts. There are two Van belts that it's the reason to have different orbits in the existence of. So how can we identify whether the orbit is and this mostly this is the reason that to identify or to have the orbits. A Van Allen belt is a layer that contains charged particles. Mostly when you say Allen belt, Van Allen belt is a layer that contains charged particles. Van Allen belt contains charged particles found between medium orbit at the lower and upper. Satellite orbiting in one of these two belts would be destroyed by the energetic charging particle, and the medium orbit are located between these two belts. Here is the data communication. What do you mean by data communication? It is a specialized subset of telecommunications that refers to the electronic collection. When you say data communication, as the name implies, we have to collect the data. Why? For the case of processing, and why? For the case of distributing. After processing, we will distribute the data, typically between computer system hardware devices. The effectiveness of data communication system depends on four fundamental characteristics. They should fulfill these characteristics: delivery, accuracy, timeliness, and jitter. Let's come to components of data communication. A data communication has 5 components, as you have seen in a figure. Like other systems, here a data communication system have 5 components: the sender, the receiver, there is a message, the sender, when the sender sends a message, the receiver receives, the sender acts as the sender. The sender sends a message and the receiver receives a message. Here we should have a transmission medium, the force, the third, sender and receiver, the two components. The third is the transmission medium, can be wire based or wireless. The fourth is the message, and the fifth is protocol. A set of rules that help us to communicate each of the devices. Therefore, a data communication system has 5 components: the sender, receiver, the message, the transmission medium, and the protocol. Data transmission mode or flow. Data transmission mode refers to the direction of signal flow between two linked devices. Communication between two devices can be simplex, half duplex, or full duplex. Based on the way of mode of data flow, we have this type of communication, data communications or data transmission modes. It can be communication between two devices can be simplex, half duplex, or full duplex. Let us see the first one. In simplex mode, the communication is unidirectional as one-way PS3. Only one of the two devices on a link can transmit, the other can only receive. Here shows simplex transmission. A simplex transmission, one acts as a sender, the other acts as a receiver. Here is in case of in simplex mode. Here in simplex mode, only one transmitter. Two devices only can transmit, the other can only receive. Not all both acts as a receiver and a transfer. One acts as only the transfer, the other acts as a receiver. Keyboards, for instance, and keyboard and traditional monitors. At the time it sends, we will send data to the computer system. Using keyboard, we use as an input only. In case of monitor, it only outputs. The keyboard can only introduce inputs, the monitor can only accept output. Therefore, the simplex mode can use the entire capacity of channel to send data in one direction only. When we come to full half duplex, one acts as a receiver, the other acts as a sender, but not at the same time. In half duplex mode, each station can both transmit and receive, but not at the same time. One acts as a receiver, one acts as the sender. In case of half duplex, but not at the same time. The half duplex mode is like a one-lane road with traffic allowed in both directions. When cars are traveling in one direction, other cars going between the other way, not at the same time. Let's come to full duplex as an implies. In full duplex mode, also called duplex, both the station can transmit and receive simultaneously. For instance, when we communicate each other using our mobile phone, using computers, we are using full duplex. At the same time, they can communicate. Computer network communication, mobile network communication is the best example of full duplex. Both are participating, both the sender and the receiver, vice versa. One common example of full duplex communication is the telephone network. When two people are communicated by a telephone line, both can talk and listen at the same time. For today is enough. Thank you. motivate and support me by subscribing my channel.